In the last video, I talked about how we have contracts put into place for each one of the commodities, but you can't enter a contract here. For that, we go to the coverage page, and everything that shows up on the coverage page will come back to the monthly margins to fill in actual and replace the plan. The coverage page is arranged by calendar year. So here we're looking at the year 2014 for AgMpower farm. You filter the commodities by clicking on the filter buttons here. Corn, soy, and hogs, or put them all together. The blue line is the Cargill recommended level of contracts. On the left side we have the percent of the usage requirements covered by a contract. So in this case, when we're looking at corn, we have a usage requirement of 7,200 bushels. That requirement came from the monthly margins page by saying that we need 7.2 bushels per hog for 1,000 hogs, and so on with the other commodities as well. This requirement is shown on the coverage page in the table. So when a contract is in place of 7,200 bushels and a use of 7,200, we have 100% of the usage is contracted. And the graph is shown up at 100%. View the graph to see where we are short. Corn in September does not have 100% in place. In fact, by putting your mouse onto the corn contract, you can see how it changed colors. And the contracts in the table below coincide in the color with the graph. This was a single contract, finished the usage requirements for August of 5,400 bushels and then carried over until September and so forth. It is also possible to view 1 month at a time. Clicking it once will filter January, clicking it again will unfilter it. In the table, each month starts with an amount carried forward. How much is purchased, how much is used, how much is sold, and if there's any adjustments required. The contract here, called A, can be viewed by clicking on it. It is a 7,200 bushel contract that was priced using a $4.75 future and a 30-cent basis. Closed contracts are signaled with green. It's orange, and it signals that the future has been left open. It is a 25,000 bushel contract that is deemed to last for 4 months. The contract is based on a September future, which is currently standing at $3.39 a bushel. The basis is been set at 10 cents. So when we look at the summary value, we're seeing that the $3.39 is in red because it is still open. The basis has been set at 10 cents. Every day we bring in the last day's closing price. So every day you view this contract, it could have a different value until you finalize the price and enter it. This is interesting. It is still orange. Okay, it says that we still have an option that is open on this contract. Let's open it again. There was a call attached with this contract, and it was set at a strike price of $3.20. If we exercise the option, we would realize a value of 19 cents. Let's do that. The option brought us a value of 19 cents, but it cost 10 cents to place it and a 1 cent administration on the 25,000 bushels. So we have a net profit on option of $2,000. This $2,000 is shown in the summary here. Now when we close this contract, we have closed the contract fully. You can add a contract in any month directly by clicking on the green plus. Let's call it Demo 1. You can see it's for corn. So we have an open position of 2,600 bushels, and we could enter the volume here. Or we can use the calculation button to clean up September. And it enters it for us. If this contract was larger than 2,600 bushels, we could carry it forward into the next month. Price the contract, which when you do will ignore the future. An adjustment can be made for premium or an administration fee. All of the activity that you enter into the coverage page will come back to the monthly margin page. December is now 100% contracted. When we mouse over it, we see that there is still some open positions within the contract, but our price is a blend of the 357 and 360 that's in place to generate an expected margin. Of course, as each contract is closed out in its position, the margin will become more accurate. All commodities work the same way. With hogs, we take a sell position. But grain equivalents can be priced as a percent of the corn and the soybeans. But when it's time to convert this contract to cash, we're going to do it in the very same way. To start your coverage for 2015, click on the button and start covering your usage requirements.